Are you a personal trainer, a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, or you offer any other service where you want to receive bookings directly on your own website? Then this tutorial is definitely for you. In this tutorial, we are going to be building a full-scale booking appointment website where users can come to your website and book appointment for your services. In this tutorial, we shall be focusing on a personal trainer, but it applies to any other service you're offering. Take, for example, if you offer legal services, you can also use this to build your legal consulting website. The good thing about it is that everything we do here is going to be done using absolutely free tools, so you are not paying for anything. If you're interested in what I'm offering in this tutorial, then please go ahead and meet you on the other side. So as you can see, this is the website that we shall be building. You can see this beautiful hero section. You can see home, the menu items, home, services, contact, and then this hero section. And then this is the booking form. We can go ahead and try to book. Maybe you want to do a solo run or a treadmill run, or maybe you're a yoga person, you want a single yoga session. And then when we choose that, the price shows here. You see it's going to cost you $20. And then the next step, you can choose which personal trainer you want. These are them here. Here they are. So probably maybe you want to go with John or Elle or Mark or Jessica. I can choose Jessica. And then the next step, I'll go to the next step. I'll choose my date, maybe on the 10th. That's 2 days from now. And I want it to be very early in the morning, 6 a.m. so that I can go to work. Yes, that's it. Then the next thing, I can go ahead and fill in my details here. Address, you can put anything. This is just dummy data. And now you can see that I can just go ahead and complete. I don't have any discount code here, so I'll complete the booking. And you see your booking was completed, and it will automatically redirect in a few seconds. So that is it. Let me go ahead and refresh this page so that it doesn't redirect. These are the trainers. You can see their bio and you can contact them. This is just dummy content. And then you see the beautiful layout here. This is a personal trainer with their trainee. And then we have a video here of another personal trainer with their trainee too. So this is all of it. You can see the reviews here. And then you see the footer area. And this is the copyright area. Now let's come up to the services. Let's come up to the services. These are our services on one-on-one weight lifting, personal watching, with watching. I have a typo here. One-on-one press-ups. And then there is the contact form. There is the contact form. Here it is. This is a beautiful contact form that you can add. We are going to add, we could even add a map here, and that is what we are going to be doing now. For the mobile layout, this is how it looks on mobile. Very, very responsive. This is for iPhone 12 Pro. Now let's check other devices. What about iPhone 14 Pro Max? That is how it looks on iPhone 14 Pro Max. You can see equally very responsive. And we can go to probably Samsung Galaxy, and you can see it's still very mobile responsive. So in a nutshell, this is what we are going to be doing. And mind you, this is done using all free tools. We are not using any premium tool here. All free plugins, all free themes, everything here is going to be done using free tools. So join me as we embark on this journey. So this is the page you come to, and you can see it brings you have this. You can look here, the link. If you use the link I've provided in the description and also in the first comment, you will come here to where you can claim this deal. Now, mind you, it is very unlikely you'll find this same deal anywhere on the internet. So click on claim deal and it brings you here. You can choose either this or this. You see, for this one, it gives you 100 websites, standard performance, 100 gigabytes of SSD storage, and weekly backups. For this plan, which is a business plan, it gives you 100 websites. You can host 100 websites, but you have 200 gigabytes of NVMe storage, which is a higher tier of storage. And then for this plan, cloud storage, you see it gives you the same, actually 300 websites, 200 gigabytes of NVMe storage, and maximum performance up to 10x, which is really good. Here you don't get a CDN, you don't get dedicated IP address, but you can go ahead and use this one. Choose this one. It's redirecting. Now, you can choose any of these plans. If you're buying for 1 month, it is as high as $11. But if you're taking 12 months, you pay $3.19 per month. You see, the higher the purchase, then the lower the price. 24 months, you pay $3.09. If you're choosing for 48 months, you pay $2.99. And you get, for each of these, you get a free domain. But if you buy just for 1 month, you don't get any free domain. But for a 1 year plan, there's a 12-month plan, the 24-month plan, and the 48-month plan, you get a free domain. So you will go ahead and create your account, put your email address and your password here. Now look at this, look at something. If you're choosing the 48-month plan, instead of paying $575.52, you're paying $143, which is like 25% of what you were originally supposed to pay. And then you have these options here. You can either pay with your credit card, you can pay with PayPal, you can pay with Google Pay, Alipay, or CoinGate, which is I think it's a crypto wallet. So this is what you save. $432. Instead, you're paying $143.52 for the 48-month plan. And so you just put in your details. You go ahead and put in your details here. I'm going to put mine in. I'm going to pause mine and put in my details, and then I'll meet you. And then click on submit secure payment. You see, it is encrypted, SSL encrypted and secure. So have no fear. Your credit card details are not going to be stolen or anything. Hostinger has a very robust security system. So I'm going to meet you on the other end. Let me just log in, put in my details and log in. When you first log in, you are going to see something like this. Here you can delegate access to your developers. Take for example, you hired me to build your website, you can delegate access here, and you can also request access. But I'm just going to go back to the home and here for referrals. So this is what you are going to see. Premium web hosting. You're going to see yours here. I already have 7 websites. You are going to see emails here. These are them. And domain names. This is my e-commerce business, donoju.com. This is a client's website. So I'm going to come and click on the 7 websites. I want to choose this. Yes, you are going to see just one, so you can click there. And right off the bat, you see admin panel here. For you, it is going to be a little bit different. You are going to have the opportunity to connect your domain name to your hosting account. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to search for, I've already created a subdomain. What you can do is to create a subdomain, just come under domains, click on the drop down, click on subdomains, and then you can create it. I'm using this under the root domain donodio.com, so I can see card or maybe tutorial.donodio.com, and I'll click on create, and you're going to see it's going to come here. It's creating. Now you see this is tutorial.donodio.com. Now if I wanted to install WordPress on this subdomain, I'm going to come under websites and click on auto installer, and then I'm going to click on WordPress, and then it's going to give me the opportunity to select the subdomain on which I want to create this, and I'll just click here and choose tutorial, and I'm going to set the website name. Let me say WordPress tutorial, and then admin email. I can give it any email address I desire, and then will be the username and the password. And then all of these, you can leave this advanced, you can leave them. Make sure you select the correct installation path, and you can just click next. I'm not going to do that right now because I already have a subdomain on which I want to do this installation. So I already have this, I already have it installed on this domain name. So I'm just going to go into this. I've already installed WordPress here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to log into the back end. Once you have installed WordPress on the back end of this, is going to give you a screen. You're going to come to a screen like this, a page like this, and you see this admin panel. Once you click on this admin panel, it takes you to the dashboard of WordPress. It is redirecting you to the dashboard of WordPress. So you can see this is the WordPress dashboard. Let me turn that off, and you can already see a lot is going on. There are some default installations here. Let me go under post. You see you have this, you can just trash it. You go under pages, you have these default pages. To go under appearance, you're probably going to have about 3 pre-installed themes, and you go under plugins. You are not going to have anything here. I have these few installed, so we'll just take it up from here. So under appearance, we want to use a particular theme. This is the default theme that comes with WordPress 2024. Is from WordPress itself. Want to use this theme called Astra. If you don't see it here, you can search for it. Astra. This is it. So we are going to be using the Astra theme. Don't worry, we are going to be building everything from scratch upon the Astra theme, and then click and activate it. It's telling us to install starter templates. We are not going to do that, and the reason is because we want to build everything from scratch. So come under plugins and click on add new. It's loading. Let me close this and search for Elementor. So this is Elementor. I want you to activate this. Yes, so you can, on your end, you are going to see install, and then I also want us to add this other plugin. Just search for Elementor again. Elementor. This one, Elementor header and footer. Go ahead and install that. Since we are using the free Elementor plugin, we are going to need this in order to create proper headers and footers. So Next, we want to create a page. Come under pages, click on all pages. So this is what you get under all pages. Click on add new page. First of all, we can go ahead and delete these ones. Move to trash. Click on add new page and call this home. Publish. Yes, then click on edit with Elementor. Now, anytime you want to go to the back end of your website, what you can simply do is to copy from right up to wp-admin, copy it and paste it on a new tab and it opens up. So we come back here, you will see this. If you newly installed Elementor and you open a page with Elementor, click on continue. We are going to come back to this, but come back to your dashboard. I want you to do something. I want you to clean your dashboard because this can be very, very distracting. So on screen options, toggle off this, toggle this off, toggle this off, toggle. The only thing you should see is site health status. Second thing I want you to do, come under settings and click on general. Yes, here you can give your site name. Let's just say we are creating a booking appointment booking website. So we can just say book personal, let's see, personal trainer and train your way to fitness. You can give it any tagline you desire. To fitness. And then of course this we will just leave it the way it is. Should people be allowed to register on your website? For now, we don't want that. But if you wanted to create a system where people can have their personal dashboard, you could go ahead and do this. So for now, we don't want that. We can click on save changes. Come to writing, default post category, just leave this the way it is. Reading, here want to choose the home page, and we'll choose the home page which we just created, and then you can click on save. Discussions, do you want notifications for links and all that? Let's just leave this the way they are. Come under media, thumbnail size, leave this ones the way they are, and then permalinks, very, very important. Permalink structure. Now, if you go to, let me open pages on a new page, and if I were to view this, since it's the home page, we are not going to see anything here. But if I created another page and say, let's see, contact, and then I publish. Let me view page and show you something. It shows here because we have changed. This is because this is, there are no other pages. But if there were posts and all that, you would see a very, very funny something looking link structure here. But we want to make it post. That does not really show it. Let me show you something. If I go under post and then I say add new post, and I see how to get a 6-pack, and I publish. Let's say publish. Now you see it shows this date and all that before showing the link title. the page link. We don't want this. We want it to show just this. It should be catchup.donodio.com/this. So what we can do is that when we come here, we see post name. It should show just the post name. That's the permalink. If we now go ahead and refresh this, right now, it doesn't show. Let me come back here and click on view post. 1 minute. Let me come back to the dashboard. Post. Okay, view. You now see the link structure has changed. We don't have that number here anymore, that date. So that is the importance of having this permalink structure rightly set. So we've saved changes. For privacy, we can go ahead and create a privacy policy page. We are going to create that shortly. So let's go back to home, and we want to edit this home. I think this is where we were on the home. One more thing before we go ahead. When you see Elementor, hover over Elementor, you see changes, click on it, and then want to toggle this so that Elementor can be able to edit all of this. And then we go to features. I want you to activate all of this. It's going to give you a lot of extra functionality. These are experimental. That's why you still have to manually toggle them on. So now you see this tab here. When I refresh the page, because of all those things I've activated, it's going to come up here. So we can start building right now. So the first thing we want to do is that we want to give a hero section, which is going to be the landing section, and we can give it a picture. We can put a picture on it, or we can put a video. So I'll first of all click on the flexbox, and this is the first one I want to put here, and I want to give it a background, and I'll give it either a picture or a video. Now, if I choose a video, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to have to upload the video and use the link here. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use a picture. Click on classic and then choose this picture. We don't have anything in our media library now, so we want to upload files. Select. I have quite some pictures here, and I'm going to link them in the description. You can go ahead and get them. So I'll upload this one. This is the photo, the picture we have, but you see it covers the screen. So want to make it visible. First of all, the resolution should be full and the position should be, let's leave it at default, and then repeat, no repeat, so we don't have the picture showing several times. And then display size, let's see, cover. And then now I want to go to advanced, and I want to give it the top and bottom padding. It's going to show this, reveal the picture, top padding, bottom padding 302. So this is what we have. Now let me come to and make this default, because the focus of this picture is this trainer. He's the one, it's a personal training website, and the position, let's make it center, or let's make it center right, center left rather. Yeah, he shows very, very well. So we have put a hero picture. What we want to do now is that we want to bring in a container and put it inside here. We want to add a container, and we want the container to be row horizontal, so that when we add any elements, they are going to align to the left. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a heading. You see automatically it aligns to the left, and I want to see training at its best, and I want to make this to be white. I want to make the text white. I want to make the text white, and I want to make it font. The font should be Orbitron. Orbitron is a font I like so much, and it should be 40. Is 40 good enough? Okay, I'm going to break down this text and put them in 2 lines by using an HTML tag that is training at its best. So I want to put them on 2 lines. It makes it look a little bit more beautiful. And then under the font, I want this to be 800. That is really bold, and I want to increase the size. I want to reduce the line height. I want the line height to be 62. I'll make it 62. I can also put a button here. A button. No, not here. If I duplicate this, oh, it's a row. I'm going to put a button under this. Good. Be careful. If not, it's going to drop at the side. And I'll see book, or let's see, learn more. Pardon me. Learn more. We are going to add a link to it shortly, and then I want the theme to be blue, somehow bluish, and I want this to be poppins. So we are going to use Orbitron and poppins. So you can go ahead and even put an overlay, a border color to this button. You see where it says border style, you choose solid, so it has a border, and it has automatically given it a border color of white. You could still change the color here. Now notice this text doesn't show very well, so what I want to do is that I want to give it a background overlay, this entire section. I'll click on the 6 dots, come to style, and then when it says background overlay, I want to select classic and choose totally black, but it is too dark, so I can reduce the opacity to 0.3. I think that is good. And probably this area is too tall, so I can reduce this to 250. Let me see, 300 up. It could still be 300 up, but beneath or down it should be 200. Yeah, I think that works. You are going to understand why we put all of this at the left hand pretty soon. So we also want to create a section. I want to create a section where we show personal, maybe some of the available trainers. I'll put this container, and then I'm going to add another container inside. And this container, I want it to be row horizontal. The first thing I'll add inside is an image. It's an image, and I'm going to select the trainers, the available trainers. Let me see these Spartans. I'm going to add them. Perhaps there are 2 male trainers and 2 female trainers. The pictures are being uploaded. So I'm going to first of all add this one, add this gentleman's picture. Don't worry about the size right now. Guy looks like he comes from a Spartan movie, but it's okay. So what I want to do is that I want to add a heading under. A minute. Yes, I'll add a heading under. Let me go ahead and delete this first. Let me do it this way. I'll add these sections. I'll add two columns, and then I'm going to add an image, the image here. I'll also add the heading under. I'll add some text under, and then I'm going to add some buttons, or I can add a container inside beneath here, and then put a button inside. A button, yes, I'm going to put a button. Now, before this, I'm going to make this container to be horizontally aligned, so that if I duplicate this button, both of them will be on the same line. Let me delete this first. So these are some design tricks you should understand about Elementor. Elementor has changed a lot. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to say this guy's name is John Biodun, if you like. And then I'm going to make this image to be style. I can work on the width, and then the max width should be this. Height, that's kind of compressed. Now let me leave height this way it is. I can make this 50 and make this 52, and then I'll make this to be poppins, dark, and poppins, and then you can give him any description here. You can give it any description. I'm going to make this to be poppins. So that is poppins, and let me make the style 14. I'll delete this, and then I'll give this button, and I'll see read bio, and this one contact. So we are going to go ahead and design this before we attach the booking to it. So this is this about this guy. We can go ahead now and style this button a little bit, and then we make this blue. Let me just copy this style, and I'll paste this in here. Then what I can go ahead and do is change the background color of this one to probably red. Okay. If I duplicate this, you can see already that the pictures are kind of small, so I will edit the pictures. Let me edit these pictures. Let me just remove this edit, leave them the way they are. Leave it the way it is. What I want to do is that I want to make this section to be closer to the top, so I'll click on section and the margin. I'm going to drag it. I'm going to reduce the margin to make it closer. Let me make this 40. I can go ahead and duplicate this and duplicate this and then duplicate again, and I'll delete this last section. So these are our trainers. These happen to be our trainers. For this, I can simply change the picture to this lady. This, I'll change the picture to this guy. This, I'll change the picture to this other lady. So let me reduce the font size of this name, and then I'll center it. Let me reduce this font size too of the text. I'll copy the style and right click and paste style, paste style, paste style. I'll copy these two, right click and paste style, paste style, paste style, and I'll change this text to just bio. I'll do the same here, bio. The same here, bio, and I'll do the same here. So these are the trainers that we have, and then I want to give this a margin. It's too close to the top section. I want to give it a top margin of 50. We can even do 100. And then we want to give a heading. And see, let me do this. I'll give the heading and say meet our trainers. I'll bring it on top of here. I'll remove the margin I just did and give the margin here instead. 100. I'll make this Orbitron. Let me make this. Let me give it the same blue color. I'll click and copy the hex code and then paste it here. Orbitron. And make it 40. Meet our trainers. So these are our trainers. These are the trainers we have. And then I'm going to go ahead and publish. We will add a section under here, just a basic section, and we'll add these two double section, and we'll give this side a background of picture. Go to classic and we want to choose this picture. Let's start with this. That is that. We put it here, and we want it to be positioned, should be center, and display size should be cover. Now I want to make this a full width, and I'll make this a full width. I also want to make it to half. I'm going to toggle off all of that, and then I want to make this, I want to increase the size, so I can increase the top padding to 200, and then the bottom padding 200. I can increase that to 250 on top and 250 beneath. Now let me see how it looks. It's going to look on the page. Not quite what I want. I want it to be bigger. I want it to be quite big. So let's say 300 by 300, and we see that on the page right now. Okay, and this section, I want to put some text on it. Remember, the focus of this website is on the booking, and this section, I want to toggle off the padding and the margin as well. But here I want to give it a background of color. I want to give the background color. I'll use this blue which I used here, and I'll have a gradient, so 2 colors. Let me use a gradient here, and I'll use blue for the second color. Yes, maybe I can make it a little bit more transparent. Then I want to add a header inside here. I want to add a header inside here, and I'll see, you can write any text you want. Let me just see. Our customers are king and queens are our kings and queens. Now this here, maybe I should have added a container inside. I'll delete that, and then I'll give this header a top margin of 200. I can increase that. Let me use EM so that it goes faster. Okay, and then I'm going to make it, I want to center it. Let me break the text. I'll break the text so that it appears on 2 lines, and I'll center it. I'll change it to white, and I'll change it to Orbitron. Orbitron. And now let me increase the size of the text. When I come here, let me reduce so that I can center this. Our customers are our kings and queens. So that is that. I want to duplicate this section I'm going to duplicate this section, but I'm going to switch positions. And then I'm also going to put a section in the middle where I can align, I can put a video. So for me to be able to put the video, I'm going to go to media, add new media, upload, and this is the video I want to use. The video should be somewhere here. So here is the video I want to upload. I'll select it and open it. It's uploading. The video is uploaded. I'll copy the link URL. I'll bring it here now and come to style, background type. I will choose video, and then I'm going to paste the video URL here so you can see the video is displaying. I want to give this a top padding of 100 and bottom padding of 100, but it doesn't show well. Let me do this. Let me make this 200, and then this one 202. So you see it shows better now. It shows better. And then still here, we can make it to play on mobile too. And then the overlay, we want to give it a background overlay. Let it be black. We could increase this, and we could put a header inside here and see training at its best. And then we could center this and still make it white, and then it should be Orbitron. And then it should be big, and then bold. We also want to put a button beneath here. And we center it. Let me copy this link. I'll copy the style of this button on top, and I'll paste it here. It has taken the alignment. I want to align it back, and I'll see join us. That is what I'm going to put there. I want to put this between these two sections. I want to change this picture and see. That's why they, and then on this other section I'll see keep coming back. I'll change that to coming back. I can also change the picture to something else. Which picture can I use here? Okay, I'll use this one. Personal trainer. And I'll insert that. Okay. So we didn't change the names. Let me see. I'll say this one is L Siri. That's a name from my area. And I'll see Mark Okafo. That's a Nigerian name. I'm not a Nigerian, but just bear with me. And then I'll see Jessica Good. I'll give this a top margin too, to distance it from the top, from the up section, the section above. Okay, so we have the basic layout of this page. Let us view it on mobile and see what needs to be changed. First of all, when we look at it on mobile, we see that these pictures, they are too long. They are too long. The video is actually good, but we can make it a little bit better. So what we can go ahead and do is that we'll click here, and then we'll reduce the top padding to 200. It's giving it a padding all around. I'll remove this, and let me reduce this to 150. I'll also make this 150. As for this, I want to believe the top padding can be reduced. I'll just remove that, and then I want to change the font size, because you see the font is the text is breaking into several parts. Okay, so I'll leave it that way. I'll just copy this style. I'll copy here, copy this style here, and put the same here, paste style. I'll also copy this. Okay, that's okay. I'll also copy the style of this section with the video and just paste it here. The section with the picture, sorry. You see it aligns, but we have a mistake, we have an issue, we have a situation. The picture too has changed. Let me go and replace it with the right picture. So there you have it. The video section, we can also reduce the text size. We can leave it this way. We can even make it a little bit smaller. That is that. The padding, let's make it 150 up and 150 down. That is it. So we have the video. We have the video, and that is looking a little bit better right now. So let's look at this bio section. I didn't check out the bios on. I think this is pretty good. Meet our trainers. So we have this section. Before we go ahead, it is important that we go ahead and set up the booking system. So I'm going to publish. I'll come to the back end of my website, come to plugins, add new, and look for salon booking. Salon booking system. This is it. By salon booking system. I'm going to install that. It's installing. Now I'll activate. You see, it says never miss an important update. I'll skip all of this. I want to go to the plugin itself, and here it says let's begin our journey together. Let's begin. We need to go ahead and configure this plugin. So it's taking us to this section. If you want to get the pro version, you can click on this. I will click off this, click this off. So we want to show, if you want to show your calendar for 1 year, you can go ahead, but I prefer we show it for a month. And it says, no, we don't need this. Come to settings. This is it on the left side. Come to settings. What is your salon name? Let me see. Gym Trainers LLC. Your email, I will say training@gym.com. Telephone number, I can say +124056. That is it. Your address, 325 Highway Road, Brooklyn, New York. Your logo. Now we are going to go ahead and do a logo. Let me show you how to get a free logo. Go to this website, logomaker.com. Maker has no E, and come to start my design. It's going to give you quite a number of designs. And they even have a new AI generator. Let's see how it works. We can see gym trainers, gym training. Yes, generate graphics is generating. Now you see it has given us a number of options, but I want to believe that for us to be able to use this, we may have to pay. So I'll just go ahead and try to enlarge this. Let me see if I export. It's going to ask us to pay. If it does, then we'll just have to use that's gym trainers. Let me try to export it. Download low resolution PNG file. Okay, so I'm going to add my email address here, and it's going to be sent to me. When I download it, I'm going to show you what I get. So this is very easy, but other than that, you could do this by yourself. Just click on blank canvas and then click on blank canvas. Next. Okay, so here you can look for a graphic like gym if you want to use it on your, there are several of them. You can choose how you want it to be. Let me just click on gym. Let me just look for gym. So these are a number of them. You could just use something basic like this. Okay, probably this. Another one. Let me search for another one. See if we can merge the two together. Okay, let's use this. No, that doesn't really do it for me. So it's up to you. You could use any of these graphics, any of these for your website. In order for us not to waste time, let me just go ahead and choose this one. Okay, and then we know this color. Let's go back and choose that hex color. Let me choose that color from here and then bring it here. Here I want to add the color here, and then I want to make this to be white, and then I will bring it inside here. Let me delete this. delete this, and then I want to add the text and see gym trainer, all caps. I can choose the design style. I want to see decorative, and under decorative I can choose something that shows power. Could that be? No, I don't like that. Whatever works for you. Okay, yes, I think I'll just go with this. Let me move this to this corner, and then I'll change this to Gima. Like I said, it's all up to you. Use whatever you like. So this shredded text is really good, and then I'll paste that same hex code here, and then I'm going to go ahead and save this. It's processing. I'll click on download low resolution. I'm going to put my email here right now, and I'll send it to my email, and I'm going to download it. So I've gone ahead and downloaded I downloaded both. For some reason, this one, when I changed the color, it didn't change, but this one changed. I'm going to go with this. Use whatever is comfortable with you. Okay, so let me come back. We're customizing the booking plugin, so I'm going to come and I'm going to choose this. It's important to do this because it's going to show when your people try to book. Date and settings, we'll leave these ones the way they are. Display slot using customers time zone. Okay, this is only available for the Pro version. Week starts on, I'll choose Monday. I don't know anybody who uses Sunday as the first day. Sunday is the weekend. Enable assistant selection. Okay, yes, you can choose assistants only from the back end. That means if you enable this section, what that means is that the client themselves cannot choose whom they want, but in our case, we want it to be in such a way that anybody coming can choose the person they want. Hide unavailable assistants. Yes, I think that's important. Skip assistant selection. Let's leave that the way it is. Disable choose assistant for me. Let's leave that the way it is. Enable multi assistant selection. No, we don't want that. It may cause confusion. Enable assistant email on new booking. That will mean that each assistant is going to have to receive an email. So you create an email for them. You can click on manage staff, and you can add the number of staffs here. These ones are by default: Marlo, Mario, Pablo. Let's look at the names of the trainers we added here. We added John, L, Mark, and Jessica. So let's change the names. This one, John, update. L, let's say Ella. We can go ahead and add another assistant. And we can see this is Mark. We can put whatever we want here. Mark at training.com. We've added that. You can add their phone number, whatever. Multi customers per session. Yes, they can do that. Online booking available days. Let's first of all publish this. Okay, online booking available days will not be labeled at. Holidays, let's say probably this guy is going on holiday from the 30th at 8 a.m. and will end on the 31st. Maybe he has, let's see, the 24th to the 31st. That's when his holiday is going to be. So he's not going to be available on those days. You can go ahead and update that. Any other thing about him? I am a gym trainer. So you can write that there and then just update. Now let's go back to assistants. So we have Mark here. We can just duplicate that for Mark and change it to Jessica, and we'll see Jessica at training.com. Her phone number, we can leave that the same, and all the rest we can do as we have seen being done for Mark. Let's come back now to settings again. Settings, assistant selection. We set hide unavailable assistants, and then SMS service, will not use that. It's a paid functionality, probably using Twilio. New booking email notification. Subject. If you want to disable, you don't want customers who book a date or who make an appointment on your website to receive a notification, you can turn it off here. Not email notification service. Remind the appointment to the client with an email. Yes, 1 hour, probably 1 hour before the appointment. If they book today and they want an appointment for tomorrow, then at 3 o'clock, then by 2 a.m. you remind them. 2 a.m. We'll leave that the way it is. Automatic follow-up by email. So that's 1 day after appointment. Probably you want to ask them, did you have a good time at our gym? That's what you may want to do. And then enable feedback submission by email, so they can send you a feedback. So you can have a link here, maybe to your Trustpilot or to your Google reviews. You can put it here, or any other review site, you can put it here by email. API services will not be labeled that. You can use Zapier. Maybe to automate, so that when anybody does any booking, you automatically add them to your CRM or to your email list. Administrative rules. And enable editors as administrators. Allow assistants to export bookings to CSV. Yes, probably you may want to do that. If you don't want, you can leave it. Salon booking pages. Yes, these pages have already been installed. The moment you install this plugin, these pages are there. Okay, so we can go ahead and update settings. We have updated the settings. Those are the basic settings. And then the booking rules. Those were general settings. Booking rules. Online booking. Yes, that's the whole point of the website. I don't know why you would want that to not be on. How number of customers per session. Maybe each person can have up to 10 customers per session, and session average duration, maybe let's say per hour, that's 60 minutes. Then booking steps order, change order. No, let's just leave that the way it is. Offset between reservations. Okay, so what that means is how many minutes after the last reservation can one take place. Booking time range. So you can book 1 day before or up to 1 month before. But let's just say you want to make it, I can even book up to 1 year. I don't think that's even realistic, but let's just leave it at up to 1 month. So you can book a session up to 1 month before. Let's say you are flying into a city, you've booked everything. Available days. If you work on Saturdays, most likely Saturday has to be on. And even for some people on Sunday, because most of these days are working days and some people who are busy career people may not be able to make it. So you can put your available days. You can even add Sunday if you work on Sundays. I advise don't work on Sunday, go to church or whatever, go worship. But you can still put it on. That's just a joke. So you can enable or disable shifts. If probably there is an after a morning shift, maybe from 8 or let's say from 7, or for busy people, some even go to the gym as early as 5:30 to around midday. And then the second shift, maybe the trainers have some rest, and then from midday to around, let's say 10 p.m. Let's say from 2 to 10 p.m., which means between midday and 2 there is nobody is available. Or you could even say maybe they work in shifts. Since there are shifts, somebody else is taking over maybe by 12, by 1. So when these guys are done, they are showering and preparing to go, and the others are on their way coming, and you can update. Those are booking rules. Then availability mode. Okay, we've touched on availability. Holidays. You can add holidays here. Maybe you know the day of Easter. Easter is going to be Easter break. Let's say probably it's from the 29th of March to the 31st. You can enable that. You can enable that. Let's update this. These are still booking rules. Then booking manual confirmation. Yes, probably you want the person to book the confirmation, or you want to confirm the booking manually. User booker cancellation. Yes, so the person can, the minimum time the person can cancel an appointment, probably 3 hours, so that you don't waste your time waiting for them. Yes, booking cancellation 3 hours before. Booking rescheduling. Yes, you can reschedule 1 day before. The resources, these are all for pro users, those who have the pro. And then let's go to checkout. Enable guest checkout. Yes, so the client doesn't need, what this means is that the client doesn't need to create an account in order to be able to use your website. That's what it means. Service limits. Is there a limit as to how many hours or as to how many services somebody can book, how many appointments in 1 day? Let's leave that the way it is. Booking rules. You can put a field here. You can write the text here to inform the person booking on any rules that apply. Last step note. We'll leave that the way it is. And then those were checkout options. Let's come to Facebook login. If you want, you can add Facebook login. Checkout form field. You can enable Facebook login here, but for us, we are not doing any login, just we'll leave that. Checkout form fields. Do you want to disable certain fields on checkout? You can go ahead and do that. Next, we are going to checkout fields. You can change the fields you want on checkout. If you don't see it necessary for people to put their names or user profile, this one you can't change. It's automatically generated. But if you don't see it as necessary, that if it's not a required field, then you can check this one, then the person can skip that field. If you want address, you can add all of that. I don't see why you want to ask for anybody's address, but it's all up to you. Advanced discount system, that is a pro functionality. Service selection limit. the number limit as to how many services someone can do, and then booking notes. We can just leave those the way they are. We'll update this. And then for payments, this is going to be a pro functionality for you to, you can hide the prices. Maybe you just want them to come there, and before you tell them the price, you can hide the prices, but otherwise you can leave it on. Do you want to accept payments online? Unfortunately, I'm going to have to tell you that you need to upgrade. You will have to upgrade. Update this. And then for style, let's say currency. Currency is currently set to USD, but you can put whatever. If you are in Russia, this should be the Russian ruble. Or if you are, I don't know which, whatever, you can, choose whatever you want. For style, you can make the form to either be big, medium, to small, medium, or large. Let's go with the small. And then you can change it here. You can change a lot of things here. JS on the front end, yes. I'm going to CSS on the front end, yes. Even though that may bloat your website. If it bloats my website, I can easily always come and change custom colors. You can change. As for me, since this is very similar to what I'm using, to the color I'm using on my website, I will go ahead and leave it. But you can change this to be anything using this. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, the original. I'm going to leave it to that. You can change the text color too. You can change the background color, change it to whatever you want. Always update your settings. Ajax, okay, all of this we've already done with that. Google Calendar, you can integrate this with Google Calendar. I'm not going to do all of this. You will need to get all of these credentials from your Google Calendar, and then you do the authentication. Then finally support. They have documentation on this plugin, video tutorials and all that. So I think we can now come and you see discounts. Let's say calendar. This is not going to be, we've seen that already. Discounts, we are not creating any discounts yet. Bookings, we don't have any bookings yet. Services, you see beard trim, haircut, shampoo. Now let's go to service categories, and let's see categories like pull-ups, that's going to be a new category. Let's see, running, that's going to be a new category. And then yoga, that's going to be another category. On that, now we want to click on services. I will change this to treadmill run. I don't know, whatever those services are. You can treadmill run. I'll choose the category. Anyway, I'll choose it manually. Let me update. Let me edit it on another page. Let me choose the category here. It's under running, and the price should be, let's say, $25 units per session, just one. And the session duration, it should be 1 hour. Should be 1 hour. Exclusive service, no, it's not exclusive, which means you are actually running with other people. You are not, it's not going to be one-on-one, it's going to be one-to-many. Execution order, let's put this to be 1. Parallel execution, no assistant required. No, assistant is required. Every service and assistant is required. Service log, no, another person can still book. And then you can see, you can give it the description here. can go ahead and give it a description. Let's lock this. Direct link, which means you can send this link to somebody. You can copy this link and send it to someone for the person to be able to book this service. You see, this is how it's going to appear. For the person to book this service, it's going to appear like this on the page, and the person can easily just choose here and click on next step, and then you see they can choose whatever. If they want to add another service, they can add this. If they add this, you see the price increases. I just go to next step, choose an assistant. You can see they can choose John for this next step, and then they can choose their date and go ahead. Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, so we click on update, and then we can edit this too and say solo run. Now give these services whatever name you desire. Solo run, let's say 10. I don't know if that's actually a thing. Solo run, whatever it means, I'm not aware. 10. Okay, a session, and then we'll just go ahead and add this. It doesn't give us a place to add pictures. Okay, you can set featured image for this too, for this service. Picture of a woman running on the treadmill. Okay, I didn't get that, but I'll just use this same picture for the featured image. I'll add that there, and then let me add a picture for treadmill run. Which picture can I use? No, I'll add a new picture. I'll upload a new picture. Okay, I can use that. It's uploading, set as featured image, and then update. Now for this, I want to change this to be, let's say, joint yoga session. And since it's joint, it's going to cost only $10. Unit per session, just one. Duration 1 hour. Secondary known. No, it's going to be a primary service. And then I can choose a picture, update, upload a picture. Any of these can do. Okay, set as featured image. There you have it, and you go and you update. We can just add another one. Let me duplicate this, duplicate it, okay. I'll say single yoga session. And since you are doing it alone, it's going to be $20, $20, and then let's use this picture. Yes, that. It's uploading. Set as featured image. Oh, we didn't choose the category. It's called yoga. Even for the single session, we didn't choose a category. For this, let me see if we can choose a category. Let's see, yoga. Okay, and then we update. Okay, so there we have them. We have the services. You can go ahead and add more. So I'm going to close out on some of these pages. Too many pages open. It gets confusing and time consuming sometimes. Let me go to the front of this website. So this is how our website looks now, and I must say it's quite good. It's quite good. I don't have any problem with this. It's quite good. But we want to put our booking form in front of here. So I'm going to edit page, open page with Elementor. And then I want to add this section. I want to add a section with, I can add, make it 3 columns. I want to drag it ahead on top of here and put it just under here. And then I want to add a shortcode. Shortcode. Let's make this section full width. I have a shortcode here, and this is the shortcode to display that booking form. You will see here, it doesn't look really good. It doesn't look really good. Let's publish this and preview it. Now let us preview it. It's going to open on another page. Now you look at it. This is how it looks on the front end of the website. So you see the picture for each of those services. You can click on the drop down and then you see more services. So this is basically how it's going to look, but we want it to be on top of here. I want it to be on top of here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click here and give this a negative top margin. Let me say 500, but negative. I can make it negative 600. So I want it to be resting on this particular one. So you can see it's kind of resting on it. I can pull it up again a little bit. $650. So you can see it's kind of resting on this one. Now take note that these pictures are what have made this. If these pictures were not there, it would not be this long, this solo run. At the same time, let's say we don't want all of this, we don't want all of this description to be there. We can go to services and quick edit. No, not quick edit. Under edit, we can remove that description there so that it's just one line. And we can also remove the image, remove featured image, and we save that. We do the same for this. The same here. Open all of these, open all of these, open all of these. Now I'll close this, and then I'll remove featured image. I'll also remove this description here, and I'll update. Here, same thing. I'll remove featured image, remove this description, and I'll update. And finally here, remove featured image, remove description, and I will update. Update. Have I done that for this one? Let me remove featured image, remove description, and update, 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 update. Okay, I think that is that. That is done. Let us look at it now. So you can see it looks more simplistic now. You can see, you can just select your service. Next step, choose your assistant, John. Maybe you have a good relationship with John. You like the way he works. You choose your date and then you choose your time. Next step, and then you fill in your information. This is John, email, let me leave that, mobile phone number, this, address, you can put whatever. Next steps. So this confirmation, you want to leave a message. I love your service, and then you can click on next step. Your booking is pending. So, and they say you will receive confirmation of your booking by email. Now, if I go to the back of my website and I click on Salon and I click on bookings, you see we have a pending booking. So if I want to approve it, I click here and let me click on edit, and I can choose accept. So that person is going to receive, because this is an auto redirection, is going to receive an email that their booking has been approved. This is important for services where you are choosing. Take for example, if you run a website, a business for dog training, and there are certain brands of dogs that you don't want. You want to approve it manually because maybe they come and they cause problems and they hurt the other dogs. Then probably you probably do not want to just accept any booking. So the booking section is taken care of. We can now go ahead and customize the other part of the website. So that's how. But if, for example, you don't want manual bookings, you want bookings to be done automatically, you come back to the settings, go to booking rules. I think there's somewhere it says booking manual confirmation. You turn that off and then you update now. Now look at this. If we come now and we choose solo run, let me reload this website. If I choose solo run, I go to next step. I choose, let's say Ella, and I choose today the 8th or whatever the date. Next step, I choose all of this. Next, and I just go ahead and see next step. You see it has been confirmed automatically because I have turned off manual confirmation. I've turned off manual confirmation. So that is just how you set up this booking system. So what we want to go ahead now and do is that we want to complete this home page. Let me reload this particular page. It still shows the pictures. Yes, so that is that. And then we can leave this page the way it is. Let's say we want to create a services page. Add new, and we say services. Publish. Let's click on edit with Elementor. So we want to give this a hero section first. I want to put a picture there. Select a picture. Which one can I use? I can use this one. It's uploading. So I'll insert this there, and then I'll choose the heading and add it there and say services. And then I'll make this Orbitron. Orbitron 800. I can give this top padding 200 or 150. And then I can come to style and make this to be positioned center. I want to also give it a background overlay. That is the background overlay. So here I'm just going to list a number of their services. I can just come to the home and copy this section, copy the section, and then I paste it here. Paste it here. But I'm going to delete one column, and then I'm going to change the pictures to, I think I had a picture there that I can use for yoga. Let me use these pictures. Oh, I already uploaded it here. I'll use this picture here. I'll change this one to this, and I'll change this one. Now I'm going to bring this one here, and I'm going to take that one up there. I'll change this one too. Yes. So I'm going to give it a top margin of 60, and I'll see weight 1 on 1 weight. I'll center these ones too. I'll make them center. I'll copy the style, paste. Let me just make these ones to center. So these are our services. This one I'll see personal weight watching. I have absolutely no idea what that means, but just for this tutorial purpose. And this one I'll say 1 on 1 press up. So here I'm going to see book, and then here I'm going to see, I'll do the same thing here, book, 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 and then I'll say learn more here. And there is a catch here which you need to, I already mentioned it, but I'll mention it again here. Learn more and learn more. Now, how do you book this particular service? We already listed some services before. some services like these services. Okay, treadmill and all that. Let's just see if this were the service that we listed here, this yoga, and it gives us the personal link, direct link. This is what we will copy. We'll copy this, copy link address, and that is what we'll come and put here. We'll put it here so that if anybody wants to book this service, let's go and preview. If anybody wants to book this service and clicks, you see it brings them to this, it brings them here, and they can just book directly from here. So that's the same thing, and we'll do the same thing for the others. On the home page, let's add some reviews. I'm going to add this section in 2 columns, and I will search for review. Let me just add these ratings. I'll add a picture. I'll add an image, and then I'll add some text editor, and then I'm also going to add a heading. So the image, we want to first of all make it to be a small image, 25, and then 25 here too. And the border type, want it to be default, but the border radius, want it to be round. Image. So we're going to do that. Let's increase the height so that it's going to be round, totally rounded. Okay, so that is it. We can make this to be 250. Okay, so when we add an image here now, this is going to be the person's review, and it's going to be Poppins. And then the person's name, let's see, Mike James, and this person has given this name is going to be Orbitron, is going to be pure black, and it's going to be Orbitron. And I want it to be closer to the text up, so I'm going to give it a negative margin. This one too, I want to give it a negative margin. Okay, so that is it. I can go ahead now and find some pictures on a free website called pexels.com. When you come here, you can just see man portrait picture. Or just say man face. Yes, so we can use, these are all very, very popular stock pictures. So let's use this guy, and then we want to download it. Let it be custom 300 by 300. Custom. Why is this doing so funny? it's supposed to be 300 by, let me reload this. It seems there's a glitch on this website unless they've changed their rules, because all things being equal, you should be able to choose okay. Let me download this picture. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Okay. Let me open new tab. Open a new tab. And then I see woman face. Let me download small. Download small. Woman face. I'll use this lady. These are all people. These are all supposed to be people. So small and small. So this can be your go-to source for stock photos, free stock photos. Okay, so I'll come here and then I'll put the first image, the image of the gentleman. I'll just upload all of these. Let me insert this gentleman's picture. Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and do something. This picture looks a bit squashed. We'll go ahead and use it the way it is. Now, let me center all of this. Let me center this. Center this. Center the ratings too. Center. I'm going to duplicate this. Now I'm seeing where the issue is. Duplicate this. Duplicate this too. Now let me change this picture to this, or let me start with this lady. Okay, there you have it. Let me work on this picture. Okay, I see where the issue lies. Okay. The issue was with the height. So let me copy this and paste the style here. Paste the style and paste the style. So I'm also going to edit this text, make it darker. Or what I'll go ahead and do instead is to edit the background of each of these sections and give them a color. Let me give them this color. Give them this color. give them this color. I'll paste it here, and then I'll change this text to be white. I'll change this text to be white, and then I want to give this section a border radius. I don't want it to be square. I want to make it somehow rounded. I should have done this before duplicating. Let me copy, just paste style, paste style, paste style. Paste style. Okay, then I'll copy these two. Copy, paste style. Now before doing this, before pasting that, let me go ahead and give this a margin all around so that it differentiates it from the other. I'll copy now, paste style, paste style, paste style. So there you have it. And then I'll give a heading and see what our clients say about us, or what past clients see. What past clients see. That is be dark or Bitron. That is that, and then I'm going to give it a top margin of 70. So in a nutshell, you can see you have a website. You have a website. Now let's go to the menu. Let's go to the menu or appearance. How many pages do we have, by the way? We have booking my account, booking, contact, home, services. Now these three, you can't add them to the menu. You can't add them to the menu. So I want to come to appearances, menus. I want to create a new menu. You can call it menu 1 and choose primary menu. You want to add these pages, home, contact, and services to it. Save. So if we now take a look at the website on the front end, we see this is how it is. This is how it is. I'm going to push this section up a little bit. So this is the website as it looks right now. Let's look at it. You can see the reviews, not bad. Go ahead and add some padding on the edges there to make it look more beautiful. So I'll click here and padding. $20 on each side, 20 on each side. Padding here too, 20 on each side, 20 on each side. Let's go ahead and then let's reload. Okay, you see there is some spacing on each side and it looks a lot more beautiful now. So this is the website. Let us check the mobile layout if there's anything that needs to be adjusted. it's good on the mobile. So let me reload this page. Mobile. This is the mobile layout, and I think it is actually good. It's actually good. Can still give this, center this on mobile. For some reason it's not aligning. Okay, yes, that's center. That's center. Can do the same here. Center on mobile, center, and center. So that is that. You see the way this looks on mobile is not very good. So what I want to do is that I want to adjust this on mobile. Okay. On mobile, you could just make it stand under. Now let me do this. I could hide this on mobile. Hide on mobile. Hide this other section too on mobile. Responsive. I'll come to responsive. So what I could do on mobile is that I'll adjust this section. I'll make it to be, first of all, let me reduce the size of this text. Or align it center. Reduce the size. Okay. No, let me align it to left. Reduce the line height. The button too. I want to push it a little bit. On mobile. Then the entire section. I want to give the entire section 100 above, 100 beneath. Can increase it a little bit more. And then I want to adjust the picture. Let me use back that picture. But I want it to be size should be cover. So you see it looks better now. Let me reduce this. And then I'll push this button a little bit up to meet the text. You see when I do that, the picture reveals more and more. Now let me go ahead and save this. So let's check this. Let me reload this page. And then let me inspect the page. Okay, this is how it looks. You see, this is how it looks on. This is how it shows on mobile. Let me show iPhone 14 Pro Max. This is how it shows. So it is actually good. This is how we have it on iPhone. On iPhone, Samsung Galaxy S12 Ultra. This is how it shows. So I think we are good to go. We are good to go. Now, let me put this back as it is. We can go ahead now and add our logo. let's come to customize. Where you see site identity or header builder, you see site title and logo. You can put your logo here. You can upload your logo here. Skip cropping. The logo is just going to. Then I want to remove that tag. Logo width. I'm just going to reset. Let me reset that to the original. So that is it. And then primary menu, we can change the design. The color should be pure black, and then the font should be Tron. You see changes there, and then the weight should be 600. There you have it. You can go ahead and now if we look at the website, on the front end you see it looks more beautiful on top here. Then this footer, you may decide to put some stuff there. You can change that. I will just leave it the way it is. Let's come to customize. Footer builder. You can add some widgets here, but for this I'll just change this. Powered by, let's see, Jima. Let me change the name there. Jima. Publish. And then the design, the font size should be large, and then it should be blue. It should be large and it should be blue. And then you can publish that. Copyright, powered by Jima. Now, here is something you can do. Here is something you can do. If you see, look at services, we have this, it's okay. We have this, it's okay. Now, I had previously said that we'll create a free footer. This doesn't look like very much of a footer. So we may want to go ahead and create a footer. If you had Elementor Pro, you could create a much better footer, which it has an inbuilt header and footer builder. But since we don't have Elementor Pro, we'll go to plugins. Remember from the beginning I told you to install Elementor header and footer builder. So if you have that installed, just click there and go to settings. Yes, so you have no template about us. This is about them, but we shouldn't bother about this. They are the same guys who are responsible for Astra. So click on add new, and then it's asking you for some information here. You can go ahead and skip that, and then type of template. What we want to build here is the footer, and then we want to display it on, where do you want to display it? You can choose to display it on the entire website, on some singular pages, on some archives, on the 404 page. The choice is all yours, but for our case we want to display it on the entire page. User roles, let's just see, for all locked. You could decide that only for those who are logged in or those who are logged out, or only for administrators or editors and all that. No, but we are not having that because we are not creating any accounts. We click on all, and then you have custom fields. You can choose to add some custom fields here, but we are not going to do that. Let's click on publish. On this side too, you can also choose some templates if you want to make it an Elementor canvas or the layout and all that. You want it to be narrow, you want it to be normal, you want it to be full width, all of that. We are not going to bother ourselves with that. Click on edit with Elementor. You can see it loading. So now from here we can go ahead and choose. I will choose a flex box with this. This is the footer, and then let me duplicate this, duplicate container, and then here I want to give the site logo, the site logo, the site logo. You see it shows there. Then in the middle I want to put a contact form, not contact form, sorry, menu, the navigation menu. I'm going to put it there, menu 1, and I want it to be, the layout should be horizontal and not vertical. It should be vertical and not horizontal. Yeah, you see that, and I want it to be aligned to the middle. And then I want to go to the style, the typography. I want it to be Poppins, our darling Poppins, and I want it to be black. Then on the typography, I want it to be 500, and here I want to put some information like our location. So I'll drag in the text editor, and then under that I want to put some social media icons like this. Okay, so I'm going to see our location. Was it, I've forgotten what I put up there. Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, New York. 144 Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Let me center that, and then I give it, make it black, and then I make it Poppins. And then I want to probably add a phone number. Let me duplicate this. Oh no, I could just put it on a different line. And then I see telephone number +1240 and that. Yes, so we can go ahead and put that. And then I want to give it a line height. I want to change the line height. Yes, that's that. For these, I want to change these to number 1 should be, I can duplicate this and say TikTok is currently one of the most popular social media platforms. I also want to get Instagram. Twitter is currently X. We don't have that yet. Let's just go. Anyway, we don't have WordPress, doesn't give us that asset yet. And they want Instagram to be number 1, or TikTok number 1, Instagram in this order. Let's come, it's official colors. Let's leave it at that. Size, we can leave it at 14. And then border radius, let's make this rounded. Is that rounded enough? Okay, we'll leave it at that, at 20. Then what happens on icon hover? You can make them to pulse out, pulse grow. You can see when I hover over them, go. So what I could do now is that I could give all of this a background of a light blue, light blue like this, and then I'll give it a top padding of 80 and the bottom padding of 80. Okay, so that is that. Let's check it out on mobile. It looks really good on mobile, but on mobile I still want this to be shown. So menu, layout, on mobile I want the breakpoint to be none, so it shows on mobile. Okay, so that is that. If we check the website now, the front end of the website, and we scroll down, there we see it, our footer is being displayed. Now let's give it a top margin. Let's give it a top margin, and the top margin is going to be 50, so that is not too close to the top content, to the last content. So I reload the page again, and there you see it. There you have it now. So this is the page. We can go ahead and just leave this, but we could still create that. Now we want to create a contact form. Now if they click on this contact form, you see it's just an empty page. Let's go ahead and change that. So what I want to do is that, first of all, I want to go to this page. I want to go to the services page and pick up some stuff from there. I'll copy this. Let me edit. I want to pick up this section. I want to copy this. I'll copy, and then is this. This is a contact page. No, this is not. Contact page. I'll clean this. Let me open this afresh. Edit with Elementor. I'll paste this here, and then I'll rename that contact. I can change the picture. I can use any of these pictures here. Let's see this. Let me use this picture. It's loading. Okay. I'll use the same picture. Let me align the image to be default. Display size, cover, and then let it be position should be center. Okay. Now for you to create a contact form, you can use third-party plugins. If you have Elementor Pro, you can go ahead and just use it to create a form. It has an inbuilt form. But in the absence of Elementor Pro, we are going to use another plugin. Come to plugin, go to add new plugin, and look for Metform. Metform, not Metform, Metform. This is the one we are talking about. Just download that, install and activate it. So we need to reload this page now. That's it coming. Okay, so if we search for form, you see med form. So what we can do is that we can come here. I just noticed something we need to add on the footer. We'll do that very shortly. And it says no form added yet. Click on and click on new and see contact form. Contact form. And it should be general form. And then you have a number of options you can use here. Anyone you see Pro, it means you need to have Medform Pro in order to use, but there are some free options. Take for example, this is a free option, this is a free option, this is a free option. Since we want just the basics, we can go ahead and click on this and click on edit form. It's loading. Okay, there you have it. This is it. So name, last name, email address, subject, comment or question. So I think we can just use this the way it is, but you can go ahead and tweak it as much as you want. You see, this is it here. You can go ahead and tweak it and change this as much as you want. It's already in our, it's already on our page. You can edit this as much as you want. You can edit this as much as you want. Yes, this is it. Edit form. It's integrated into Elementor. You see it now brings up the Elementor, so you can add maybe a date. If you want the person to add a date here, what date they are coming, you see that is it. Content, you see, that's about it. So what we can do is that I can delete this, I can duplicate this, and then here I'll instead add a date. I'll add it here and then delete this, and then I'll say time, and let me see desired date and desired time. This is just as good as Elementor Pro Form Builder. So here we can change the family to Poppins, as we've been doing. We'll be using Poppins all through, and then we can come here, copy and paste style. Same thing here, same thing here, same thing here. And then let's do this manually so that it doesn't change the field. Poppins. That is it, Poppins, and we can now publish. If you have your reCAPTCHA key from Google, you can add it here. You can add your reCAPTCHA here. So you can turn it on from here. Let me update. If you reCAPTCHA, it helps you so that robots will not fill your form and fill your page with spam. So let's go ahead and preview this. Before that, let me look at it on mobile. There is an extra field here. I don't know where it's from. Let me delete that. So it's very mobile friendly. Very mobile friendly. Now this is it. This is it on the page. This is it on the page. Okay. Let's go back to the dashboard, and let's go to Elementor Header and Footer Builder. Let's edit this with Elementor. there is something we forgot to put here. I forgot to put here, which is really important, which is copyright. I'll just drag it and bring it here. Yes, so it automatically gives the name. I'll remove this and see Gmail. I'll put the name manually and let me make it blue, or rather I can make it white and then instead use this blue at the end. This blue, let me copy the hex code. Okay, the text color should be white, but the background color should be blue. And then I can center this, and typography, pop-ins. So that is it. And usually the font is smaller, so let me put it this way. And on the home page, on mobile, there it is. On tablet, very good on tablet. And then on, so there you have it. Let's look at the website one more time. So this is basically it. If you feel this space here is too much, we can reduce some of it. Let it load. So what we can do is we can reduce the top margin to 20 or 15. Preview the page and you see this looks it looks really good. So on these buttons, I see here this it's really pressed down. So what I can do is that here the bottom padding, I can increase it. First of all, I can increase this, and then the bottom padding here can increase this to reduce that to 25, and then the bottom padding I can make it 100. Let me see if that evens it out. Good. It kind of puts it in the middle. Let me go ahead. It's not really as perfect as I want it to be. Let me reduce the top to minus 25 to 25, the top margin. And then you can see it really centers it now. It really centers it. So we can go ahead and do the same for this area. This one. Let's make this 25 and let's make the bottom padding 100. So we are doing the finishing touches for this website. So there you have it. And I think that is a wrap for this. This is a beautiful website. You can, if you have other pages for their bio, you can link it here, or you can make these to be pop-ups. These for them to be pop-ups. But we are not going to go into that. These are just the basics of an appointment booking website. This is the home. These are the services. This is the contact page. Now you see on this contact page, we have not set it up. I'm just beginning to understand that now. We have not set it up. So where exactly do emails go to? It's loading. It's about the wrap. Okay, so let's go to globals, send message. So settings, so as you can see, the website is all good. As you can see, the website is all good. Everything works perfectly. You can go ahead and test the functionality, and you can see John. You can choose John, and you choose your date, maybe tomorrow. I don't know what's the date of tomorrow. That should be the day after tomorrow. Choose 7 a.m. next step, and then you fill in all your information here. Next step, and then you can just go ahead and it's a wrap. So please, if you've found any value in this video, please like this video, hit the comment section and tell me whatever it is that you want me to do or what it is that I missed, and then turn on the notification bell so that whenever I put out videos like this, you will be notified. Thank you. God bless you. Peace.